It's my favorite time, and that's meditation time. And I'd like to, before we start with meditation, I'd like to bring up our weekly affirmation. And this is the affirmation that we've chosen, or I have written, to help us through the week. And I always say either take a picture of it or on our website, but this is something I want you to remember for the week. And that is the Christ Spirit. Let's say it together. The Christ Spirit in me blesses me with light. Therefore, I see my way clearly. Let's say that again. The Christ Spirit in me blesses me with light. Therefore, I see my way clearly. Why is that song coming to me right now? I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. Yeah, I love it. So I want you to just take those words as we go into meditation. And I look at this daily word and I'm like, I think we're going to go there. So meditation is a time to go within. It's a time for you to connect with Source, God, higher power, whatever it is that you call God. It's time to connect with that. And the only way we can do that is get quiet. And so I invite you, if you have anything in your hands or laps, papers, whatever, put them aside. Because it's one less thing to distract you. And that monkey mind loves distraction. And it loves to talk to you when you try to get quiet. So this is your time that if the voice starts, that monkey mind starts in when you get quiet of, oh, what are we going to do after church? Are we going to go to the workshop? We got to eat. Oh, all those things that voice wants to talk to you about when you try to get quiet. So just send it to its room. Don't try to push it away. Just send it to its room. I always like to see a room above my head. And I send it there and I'll tell it, I'll get to you at 12 to 15. But right now, I need you to just go to your room. So give yourself this gift as we take a breath in, like Beth said in that opening, the crisp, cool air of this morning. Breathe that in. And then with the exhale, this is the letting go. Let go of all it's taken to get you here today. Let it go. It's done. It's in the past. Now take another easy breath in as far as is comfortable. Stretch your lungs a little bit. And then again, let it go. There is nothing you need to do right now. This is your time. Your time to be with Source, to be with the inner, that's this inner sanctum, and Jesus called it the upper room, going to the upper room. This is what meditation is about. You can't do it wrong, so give that up. Just being quiet is enough. As I invite you to draw from the power of your imagination, we all have that. And that is to visualize a place in your mind's eye where you feel safe. And many of you have a regular weekly place I know that you go to in your mind for meditation. But this can be a real or imagined place. It can be a place in your house, your favorite chair, maybe outside in your yard or on a porch or deck. Or maybe it's on a beach, or sitting by a moving body of water. It doesn't matter. There's no wrong way. This is your space in your imagination where you feel safe. So once you feel and imagine yourself there, I want you to now consider part of the words that were in the daily word today. And I want you to think about all the ways that you give in the world. This can be of your time, your talents, and your treasures. You can easily, quickly think about the ways that you give of your treasures, the places that you donate financially to, the ways in which you support financially various organizations, churches, the 50-cent church fund. So acknowledge that in ways that you give financially to organizations that need your help. Now I want you to just imagine ways that you give of your time. Now that can be many ways. It can be that you are volunteering your time at your church, that you volunteer to usher or to do the work in the soundboard or the camera booth or the PowerPoint or the part of the board. It can be helping to keep these grounds clean and looking good. Maybe you volunteer in fellowship time to get the coffee ready or to put the chips and the fruit out. There's many ways at church that you can give of your time. But I want you to even look at how do you give of your time when you go to the grocery store and you take a moment to acknowledge a cashier. You take the time to not be on a cell phone when you're in the checkout line, to smile and tell a cashier they look beautiful today. Have you ever done that? Or maybe help someone by holding a door, or just giving of your smile to someone who has lost their smile. Can you think of ways that you give of your time out there in the world? And now think about the ways you give of your talents. And this can kind of slide into your time as well, because your smile is a talent. But also, maybe you are able to help someone with the internet who's not so internet savvy. Or your talents are writing cards and sending cards. Maybe your talent is fixing things for people, helping them hang a light or replace a light bulb. Or maybe it's picking up trash as you walk down the street or in a park. Again, time and talents kind of can blur together. You know, the Daily Word finished with a Bible verse. When you give water, you will receive water. So now that you've acknowledged and brought to your mind's eye the way that you give of your time, talent, and treasures out there that you already are doing, now I'd like you, in the silence of your mind and heart, I'd like you to now think of some ways that you can give a little bit more in any of these areas this week. Just kind of take an inventory of some simple things maybe you could do a little bit more of. that you never thought about this week, just this week, in the silence. And now I invite you to see how amazing you already are. That you understand the concept of giving water. That you understand the concept of divine flow, divine abundance. And it's not by a hands up mentality of only wanting to receive. It is that of having a hands down blessing and giving. Knowing that abundance always comes back tenfold. And besides that, it makes you feel good, doesn't it? So I want you to acknowledge the grace and the beauty and the power that's within you and within our fellow human beings. As you slowly start to bring your awareness back, how does your heart feel right now? Just acknowledging the ways that you give out in the world, and how maybe you can just do a little bit more this week. How do you feel? Notice that. As you slowly take a breath in, bringing your awareness back to the space, wiggle your fingers a little bit, feel your feet on the floor, and gently open your eyes when you're ready. If they were closed, as we get to hear another beautiful song, and I'll let Marielle introduce that.